Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the elect. And I'm out on a walk and talk. And some just came to my mind, some things came to my mind. And it's the way Esau's system, his society, his system, his pit, have all these pitfalls, you know what I'm saying? He have all these these traps for mainly you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And mainly that's the Lord is, letting you folks that's in gross darkness fall into these traps. And what the hell is going on? And so what I'm saying is, I'm just watching, see what's over here. Yeah, what I'm saying is that it's in his system. You can go. It's from his food, his medicine, the music. What else? His religion, his philosophies. All of that is along a trap. Mainly to you so-called was a trap to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And what really put me in the spirit to do this, because we that's in the know, we see all these pitfalls that the so-called white man has laid out for the nation of Israel. And mainly it starts with that food, man. That's why he had us, it's starting with when we got into the shores of America in slavery, they gave us the worst of the worst, man, from the pig, something we shouldn't have been eating, and so many other things, man. And it went from the pig to the delicacy of eating seafood or the shrimp, lobster, and so on and so forth. And we further, damaged ourselves with that, went off in the diet. And also, it's bad for your health, man. All that shit that he's pushing on us, as far as the food, is terrible for your health. And because that's why you have so many Jakes, older Jakes having this high blood pressure, having heart attacks, having diabetes, and so many other, diseases. And it all stems from the gut, is what your diet is, man. And Esau knows that, and the further he went along in his think tank, he weaponized the food. The further he got along in his society, he pretty much weaponized the food to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And that's why you see a high rate of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that look unhealthy, that are unhealthy. Not only look, but they are. And it goes with like I say, the food, starting with the pork. Then it goes to the lobster, shrimp, and crabs. Then it goes into the sugar, all that shit, man. And that's the main thing. That's all that kills you, man. All that shit, especially the sugar, man. Bad for the arteries, inflammatory. All that stuff is dangerous, And so you get people eating on a high level. And then when he do try to promote some type of healthy item on his shelf, as you look into it, it's deadly as hell, man. All of his salad dressings have some kind of canola or some vegetable oil, which is horrible to the health, so on and so forth. And he knows this. But the main thing about him is gaining wealth, and he knows that can, control population, man. He's the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Because they make these things with MSG, which enhance the flavor of the item, and people eat more of this shit because they get addicted, man. This man is the devil, man, we telling you. And it goes down, and from his food, it goes to his music, The music is whacked. You hear this shit, it got a vibration to it, a wicked vibration. It's almost like what you would say war music, you know. It's a mesmerizing, boom, boom, repetitive type of rhythm, you know. And you know, because I grew up back in the 70s before rap even hit the scene, you know. Listen to music, you know. My brothers played in a band and they all played instruments. And I grew up in that era where it was no rap, no, you know, you know, none of that shit, man. It was just straight bass, guitar, drums, keyboard, a couple horns, you know. And sometimes you have some guy on some congos, they would call them those, you know. And that was it, you know. And then, you know, you get the bigger bands, they have more instruments, but it's all instruments, nothing is the shit they got today, man, you know. And you had to be good back in them days too, man. As Apostle Dubar always mentioned, the 70s were the days when the music was, you know, it was flaming, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up in the era. I grew up right before rap came on the scene. And, you know, and that just changed everything, you know. You know, not all rap is bad. There was some rap out there that was good, but today's rap is fucking garbage, man. Strictly garbage. But the first rap, that first era of rap was pretty decent, though. Pretty good, though, man. Them artists were really creative. They came from a creative, it was all creative, man. And I remember that New York was huge in the rap game. And, yeah. But then they started seeping in wickedness, man. You know, that gangster rap, you know, killing each other and shit like that. When that started coming out, that's when you seen the murder rate go up at an all-time high. Because Esau's system is all about killing, kill, eat this and die, you know. It's not a healing nation, man. This nation is not like the Most High, like Yahweh shall say, this is not a nation of peace, man. You're not in this world. There's no peace, man. So this dude, his entire, holy shit. So his entire nation is nothing but death, man. It's all traps. So you get in the music industry, in the music business, and it's all death. There's more rappers dying of shootings and shit like that have more than any other artist on the planet, any other genre. It's all right. These rappers are getting deleted, you know, because his music, he let promote into that shit, man. You know, especially that Roman Catholic bullshit and the Christianity. Come on, boy. And the Christianity shit that they, you know, got these, what Apostle Tahar would call plantation Christianity. That shit. So you just see all the loot, all the potholes he got for people, man. And then the women, you know, the women are poisoning. They turned the women out. So the women are just like, you know, they got this big fucking ego. Like the woman is the prize, man. You know what I'm saying? Here she is. She thinks she's the shit, you know what I mean? Because she got that box between her legs. And because Esau hyped that up, man. He's the one that hyped that shit up. So he the one that brought in that feminist bullshit. And that basically destroyed the woman, the family, and, you know, so on and so forth, the kids. So you get these single women, you know, raising these men that turn out to be killers. You want to see what I mean? Everything Esau promotes is death, man. And now you got these women raising these young YNs, running around shooting up houses and killing each other because Esau made it made a woman think that she can do the job that of a man. You know, if a man can do it, I can do it better type of shit, you know, and which is all a lie, which is a false shit that the so-called white man sold to the so-called black woman, and she ate it up, man. So that's another way of dying in this society, of getting with these dumbass women that raise these kids to be killers, man. You know? And that's how it is, man. You know? So, and this is the way this devil is, you know? Everything about his system is oppressive, restraint. You know, it's all about restraint, you know? And not from doing something, I'm talking about for natural causes, man. This dude want to outlaw, he don't believe humans are, water, he don't think water is a human right. You know what I'm saying? He think people should pay for water. You know what I'm saying? He think people should come to him or pay for water, whatever the case may be. He, you know, so, you know, this system, this dude got to go, man. He's the devil the Bible speaks of, and we kind of warn the blacks and Latinos and Native Americans that this guy is going to get worse, man. It's going to starve people out pretty soon. You know, just an example of his pitfalls he got in this system, man. You know, his money is a debt-based note. It doesn't do nothing, but, you know, it's all bullshit. You know, even though you buy shit, get this and that and the third is, you know, the way Esau rolls, it's all, oh shit. Hey, get your ass over here. Oh shit. Yeah, that's just the nature of this dude's. Ace. Yeah, that's just nature of this place, Babylon the Great, you know, which will be destroyed in the up and coming near future. And we can't wait to get the fuck out of here, man. You know, like the Lord said, if he don't come soon, you know, he got to come soon to serve, you know, save the elect. Because this devil is going to be killing people at an alarming rate. And now he's going to be pushing more draconian laws and things of that nature to put more pressure on you Israelites, man. You know, so he's gearing up, man. He's gearing up, you know, with his fucked up system, his pit. He's gonna tighten up the screws, and he's gonna add more defiled things into the food. You know, just to, you know, have his way with the people as usual, man. You know, and especially these fast food joints, man. Oh my God, those are killer. Those are death traps. And you got people that stay in there. You see the so-called black woman, she all fucked up, man. She stay in that motherfucking fast food joint. Every time you drive by, you see a fucking so-called black woman in a fast food restaurant drive-through. And you see Jake there too, you know. So it's best to try to take care of your health, you know, while you can right now. You know, one meal a day. And during that meal, make sure you're eating all the right things, man. You know, don't be eating all that garbage, man. Don't eat none of that bread and all that shit, bread, sugar, you know, refined grains and shit like that. Thing to eat is, the meats is you eat, what shit eat is fish, salmon, chicken, lamb. You know, once in a while have a steak or whatever you mind, you know. There's another thing I eat. I don't eat that rice. I eat that, what they call it, quana. I can't pronounce it. Quana, something like that. That is a good substitute for rice because white rice ain't nothing but garbage. Eat a nice fat ass salad before, and then have some kind of veggies on the side, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, shit like that, man. And don't eat, and that's my diet now, man, eating whole foods. What they would say, whole foods is what you should eat. Shit that is, not processed like that, like this, lunch meats and shit like that. All that shit is killer foods, man. And after years of eating that shit, it takes your health you get fucked up in health. Adverse effect on your health, I should say. So that's why, the more wisdom you get, the smarter you become. You make better choices in life. You see the pitfalls that Esau got laid out for you with these women, this food, and this fucking music, and so on and so forth, the water, everything. It's all polluted here, man. So you gotta pretty much try to get the best from the worst. And that's how you have to do it, man. Because this place is fucking polluted. Like it says in Micah, this place it'll destroy you with a sword of destruction, man. So you gotta be careful out here and don't get trapped in these fucking traps Esau got laid out, these snares he got laid all over the place, man. He got them out here all over the place, and so, and pretty much, take care of your health, because you don't know what kind of shit he's gonna bring onto the earth when you might have to. Your health might be the only source of survival. You know what I'm saying? Is your health, having a good body. Good, strong, healthy system, man. Your heart, your mind, so on and so forth. So, you want to stay in a healthy frame of mind. These are wisdom. The Lord says, he that has, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time, man. This is wisdom, man. Why the doors of mercy is open, and you see something, and I'm talking first and foremost to myself, if something needs to be corrected, I'm doing it right now, especially when it concerns your health, exercising, getting that aerobic in, doing all kind of stuff to you keep that heart pumping right, eating the right foods, drinking plenty of water, exercising, just so when a day of trouble, you use the wisdom to get your body right, your mind right. So, that's what it is, man. Lord willing. But, like it says, the exercise profit little. But, we always say, no matter what you do in these end times, if the Most High ain't dealing with you, you could be the strongest man, the healthiest man in the world. You can have all the health a man wants. But if the Lord ain't dealing with you, that's going to come to naught. It's not going to profit you one thing. So, first and foremost, you got to be part of the elect to survive the upcoming danger. But at the same time, use wisdom and keep yourself healthy so you can fight the battles that are getting ready to come upon us, man. But the Lord will not give you more than you can handle, He won't put more on you than you can handle. He know your range, you know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be a balance on that too, you know what I'm saying? You can't get over, if you can't, don't get all psyched out if you if you don't have the means, or because we all are jacked up in these, in this side of the earth. And not everybody's going to have that top physique, be in no top position, or these top physical fitness, So the most important thing is to pray to the Lord and do what's best you can do as far as taking care of your health. Do the best you can. The Lord knows He knows your situation before you even got in it. So it's just the best to, like I say, use wisdom, man. And by that, is doing what's best to keep you, keep you afloat, staying in this truth, fasting and praying, and and the rest, is up into the hands of the Lord, man. So, yeah, we're gonna, just working out. It's like just trusting in the Lord, And I'm just babbling, man. I'm just doing a walk and talk. I'm just talking about health and all Esau's traps he got out here. We gotta be keep your head on a swivel, man. Like I say, Esau got this place really fucked up, man. All these pitfalls and shit. But there's a, we like Richard Pryor one time. Richard Pryor, one of his jokes, he was the difference between a black man and a white man walking in the jungle. The white man is looking all in the air and shit, and he said a brother in that motherfucker snake. He said, Jake is smooth, That's pretty much how we gonna have to be, man. Smooth in this thing, man. Keeping, like I said, keeping the head on the swivel. Making sure we don't fall for none of these bullshit pitfalls Esau gonna bring out. He's gonna bring out a lot of deceiving devices, man, to try to deceive the very elect. And he's gonna use that with his propaganda machine. Now he has his AI at an all-time, got his AI damn near perfected where he can do shit. He could take one of the men of the Lord and, like I say, make him look like he's doing some off shit, and people might start saying, damn, he fell off. And that'll be all AI doing some shit, man. So it's gonna get crazy, man. So we just gotta be, that's another one of his pits. He's gonna try to use to fuck with the minds of the brotherhood, man. So, brothers just gonna have to, keep, like I say, keep your head on the swivel, man, and stay in the book, and trust Yahweh Shem Yahushua will make a way for us, man, because this devil got many devices, and he's gonna use them at all costs to, offset this truth, man. He know we got the truth, and he know we coming back to our power. We came back to our power. So he's gonna come at us, man. Now that this so-called war is starting to kick up in Iran, it's about time for him to start kicking up that RFID chip and start doing a lot of his wicked and fucking shit, his wicked shit. So we're here, man. We are here. And don't fall for the pitfalls of Esau, man. He got a lot of shit out here to trap us, man. We just got to make sure we just stay in the script and don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, So I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom.